Running your own business can be one of the most rewarding things that you ever do. This program, brought to you by Enterprise Toronto, has been developed to help you get your business up and running. If you want to succeed in your own business, you have to understand marketing, finances, the legalities, sales, and that is the objective of this program, to give you a basic understanding of what you need. Before we get going, let us start off by coming up with a definition of success. And I believe everybody has a different definition. So start working on yours. What's important to you? Are you starting a business because you want to make more money? Are you starting a business because you want to have the freedom to do what you like when you like? Maybe your family is important to you. You want to have a good business so you can spend more time with your family. Or maybe you want to be the biggest or the best in the market. Maybe you're one of those people that want to run your business and have fun every single day. You can achieve all these things if you build a successful business. So I encourage you to work on building a successful business that you love. How do you succeed? I've found with many business owners, they often succeed because they have a couple of these things in place. They are goal-oriented. Business owners set goals. They are disciplined. You need to be disciplined. You need to understand that you need to do what needs to be done. When it comes to marketing, when it comes to sales, one of those things that are important to build a successful business, you need to work on those. You need to be a good planner. We're going to be discussing business plans, marketing plans. You need to learn to plan. And often you're going to have to work harder and probably smarter than the average person, especially in the startup stages of your business. So understand that business owners are goal-oriented, they are disciplined, they're good planners, and they're prepared to work hard. Let us discuss some of the advantages and disadvantages of running your own business. First of all, you determine your monthly salary. So that is one of the big advantages. The only thing that limits you is you. You're the boss, so you set your own rules. You can create the business that you love. Set the rules that you want. You get the opportunity to do what you love. And I think this is one of the big advantages. You can love what you're doing every single day if you create the right business. You determine your future and you're responsible for your own success. It's really up to you. And you can use your talents to generate wealth. So these are some of the key advantages, or these are some of the reasons that we go into our own business. But there are disadvantages, and I want you to be aware of these. Firstly, is you will probably not get a regular salary, especially in the startup stages. So understand this and be aware of this. You risk losing everything. Understand that this is something that could happen. So you need to try and mitigate this as much as possible. In the beginning, you're probably going to be inexperienced. I'm sure you've heard many business owners saying that they learn so much in the beginning, and the same is going to happen to you. You'll be working long hours initially, and I want you to be aware of this. Your family needs to be aware of this, that in the beginning, it's probably going to take a lot of work. You're responsible for every decision you make in your business, bad and good decisions. So be aware of this, that you have to make decisions. And often in the startup stages, we have to do everything ourselves. Sure, you've heard business owners saying, I'm the bookkeeper, I'm the accountant, I'm the cleaner. We have to do whatever it takes. And this is something that usually happens mainly in the startup phase. As your business grows, hopefully you can get employees to replace yourself to do these things. Now, this program has 10 modules. After completing each module, I encourage you to do each exercise before you move on to the next module. We have templates attached to each module which you should be using. We have business plan templates, we have financial templates, and I encourage you to use these. These will really help you get your business up and running. Before you start working on your business plan, there are a couple of things that I'd encourage you to do. Firstly, start off with your business vision. Think about this. What will your business become? Imagine your business 5 years into the future? What will it look like? Where will it operate? How many people will it employ? Who will be your clients? All these things will help you develop a better business plan. Also, if you're speaking to an advisor, if they understand what your vision is, they can help you achieve that. So start off by working on your business vision. Now, why a business plan? I believe that a business plan is important because it forces you to arrange your thoughts in a logical order. It helps you simulate reality and anticipate pitfalls before they occur. Also, you will base your decisions on facts and figures rather than gut feel. I often say to business owners that the business plan doesn't guarantee you will succeed, but at least it helps you check the viability of your business idea. Also, if you hand your business plan to a business advisor, they've got so much more information to help guide you through the process. A business plan helps you eliminate potential flaws in your business idea. It assists you in making good business decisions. Before you start working on your business plan, think about the audience. I think the business plan for a business owner is probably one of the most important documents for them. But often we develop business plans because we asked. Somebody's asked us to develop it. Develop a good business plan both for you and the reader. That is what I encourage you to do. Let us start off with a business plan outline. On the front page of your business plan, you want your name and your logo. You want your content details very clear so the person understands if I've approved your loan or I've approved your business plan, I can email or phone you immediately. Put a date on your business plan. I encourage all business owners to include a clear contents page. So when the reader, for example, if they want to look at the marketing section, they can go directly to that section. Ensure that it looks professional. Make sure you focus on first impressions. You want to create a good first impression. The second part of your business plan after the introduction and the index is your executive summary. Now, the executive summary, I normally encourage business owners to do at the end. So you go through the whole business plan, you come back and you summarize the business plan into 1 or 2 pages. Actually, if you can do it in 1 page, even better. In this executive summary, you're going to include the most important facts. Things like your company profile. What products or services do you offer? And what differentiates you? What is it that you're going to be doing that is different, that is special, that is better? Who are the owners of this business? And what expertise do you bring? Here you may discuss a little bit about your experience so the reader feels comfortable that you understand the industry. Your market research. What are the key findings about your industry? What do you know about the growth opportunities in your industry and your competitors? And who is your target audience? You need to be as clear as possible about who your ideal target audience is. Your marketing. You'll notice as I go through this executive summary that really it includes the most important parts of your business plan. We can expand more on all these topics a little bit later on, but this is the executive summary. It only includes the most important things. How will you acquire clients? And what strategy makes most sense to get these clients? Put that in your executive summary. When it comes to your operations, what resources do you need to get off the ground? What equipment? What machinery? Those are the type of things you need to be thinking about. When it comes to your financials, how much money do you need to get this business up and running? How will you use this money? And what are your sales and expense expectations? So basically, once I've read through the executive summary, I've got a good understanding of your business, your competitive advantage, about the industry, and the basics of the financials. I'll still need to read the balance of the business plan, but this will give me a good basic understanding. Often the executive summary is the only section of a business plan that is read. If your executive summary is well written, I may read the balance of the business plan. Let's now go into more detail. So these are headings that you would expand on some of the topics that we discussed. Firstly, have a business overview. Go into more detail about the different products or the different services that you're going to be offering for sale. If you're an existing business, include a little section about your company history. If you're not an existing business, maybe include a little section about your experience or your management experience or your partner's experience that will influence the reader's decision. Include a section on your vision and your mission statement so the business advisor understands where you want to take this business. Include some information about your management team. Maybe develop an organizational chart that the reader understands who's going to manage what in the different parts of the business. Your legal structure. How are you going to structure this business? Are you going to operate as a sole proprietor? Are you going to be a partnership? Or are you going to incorporate? Your business location. Especially if you're in the retail business, this could influence the reader's decision. So think about this and include the most important parts in your business plan. And then your goals and objectives. Remember, as a reader of your business plan, I want to know that you've got clear goals and objectives and that you've thought these through. The next section is your market research. Include some information about your industry profile. The reader, once going through this section, needs to understand your industry and what are the growth opportunities and the outlook for this industry. The next thing you want to discuss is your local market. What is taking place in your specific market? Include a SWOT analysis. If I was you, I would choose my top 3 competitors and do a SWOT analysis of them. And then include some information about how you're going to counter these challenges. For example, if your competitors are very strong, what are you going to be doing to overcome some of these challenges? And finally, your ideal target market. You've done research, you understand your market, you've identified a target market that you can supply better than anybody else. Include that information in your business plan. Your pricing strategy. How much are you going to charge for your products or services? Think about this and include it in your plan. Are you going to be the most expensive in the market or are you going to be the cheapest? The reader needs to understand, once they've read through this part, exactly what your strategy is. Your marketing strategy. Explain in detail exactly what you're going to be doing to grow this business. Your marketing objectives. You might have startup objectives and later growth objectives when it comes to your marketing. For example, in the beginning, you might focus on branding, maybe get more traffic to your website. Write these things down. Your promotional plan. Be as specific as possible. List exactly what marketing tools you are going to use on a regular basis to get traffic to your website, to get customers to your business, to generate leads. The more specific and detailed you are, the better it is. What is your marketing budget? How much are you going to spend on a monthly basis on marketing? What percentage of your revenue is going to go towards marketing? In the beginning, you're probably going to spend more time than money and maybe allocate specific hours during the week that you're going to focus on your marketing. When it comes to your operations, understand you've got to put yourself in the reader's position. She, after reading this section, has got to understand your business. What are the initial capital expenditures that you need to make? What machinery do you need to buy? What equipment do you need to buy? The more detailed you are, the better it is. Remember, if you're an online business or you're operating out of your basement, maybe this section wouldn't be so important. But always think about the reader. What is going to influence their decision? When it comes to other legal stuff, do you require any permits or any licensing? On the right-hand side of the screen, you will see bizpal.ca. It'll give you information about what permits you need to apply for in the specific city that you are in. When it comes to your people, for example, How many people are you going to recruit? How are you going to train them? All these things are important that you think about these things before you get your business up and running. When it comes to your processes and production, maybe you're putting a little flow chart in explaining the process that you're going to go through, and make sure that you look at the risks and make sure that you deal with how you're going to address them. Remember, the reader wants to know that you've thought about all the risks that it takes to build this business. The financials are an important part of your business plan, so I encourage you to spend some time on these. For some of us, we're not the best at financials. I would encourage you to get yourself an accountant or a bookkeeper to help you with the financials. What are your startup costs? Where's the money going to come from to finance this business? The second thing is your sales forecast. What things have you taken into consideration? What assumptions have you made to come up with a sales forecast? Your sales forecast is going to help you do your cash flow forecast. It's going to help you do your income and expense forecast. And it's going to show the reader that you've thought this through. What are your monthly operating expenses? Whether you're operating out of premises or operating from home, you are going to have monthly operating expenses. Make sure that you have a clear idea of what these are going to be. What is your break-even sales? How many hours do you need to sell? How many products do you need to sell? You need to think about this to test the viability of your idea. If your sales figures are that you need to achieve are just far too high, maybe you need to change your business model. So ensure that you work on your break-even sales. Your cash flow forecast. You don't want to run out of money. So do a cash flow forecast for your business. Some of the banks and other institutions will ask for a 3-year cash flow forecast. Do what they ask. So sit down with your accountant or your bookkeeper and do a forecast for the next 3 years and give it to the reader. Your income and expense forecast. Do that also with your accountant or bookkeeper. I encourage you to get some advice and guidance here. Depending on what template you use, they may ask you to include a balance sheet. Again, sit down with your accountant, especially if you're an existing business, they'll probably need some historical financial statements. So go through the template that the bank or the financial institution is using and fill in all the headings that they require. This is good for them, but it's also very good for you. So I encourage you to check it out. On the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see canadabusiness.ca. This will give you an idea of sources of finance available for small business. Other things you need to attach to your business plan. Remember, only relevant stuff. Include information about if you've got any committed orders. If people have said, we're going to buy your product, attach that to your business plan. If this is an existing business, include some historical information. So the reader can go back and say, okay, they've been up and running for 2 years. This is the revenue they generated, and this could influence their decision. Whenever building a business plan, understand that you only include accurate and relevant information. And make sure that it's easy enough for non-technical people to read. I normally encourage business owners to develop a business plan from about 10 to 20 pages. That's what I encourage you to do. But again, whatever the reader requires, if you need more space, attach, as long as it's relevant information. And that is the key thing. The information you include in your business plan needs to be relevant. So let us just summarize what we've discussed. Start off by defining what success is for you and understand that it's different things to different people. If you want to operate a small business out of your basement, making a regular salary every month, that's okay. That's your definition of success. Develop a business vision. Sit down and focus on the business you want to build. Why? Because this makes it easier to plan. And if you go to advisors, it's going to make it easier to understand what you want to build. Create a business plan. Do it for yourself. A lot of people are going to ask you, your banks are going to ask you, other investors are going to ask you, but develop a business plan because it's the right thing for you to do. I encourage you to do it for yourself because you want to succeed. Check out enterprisetoronto.com. They've got a whole lot of really useful resources that can help you get your business up and running, whether you're in the startup phase or if you're an existing business. Now for your exercise. I encourage you to do this. Just sit down, get out a pen and paper, and write down exactly what your business goals are. Secondly, write down a vision for your business. The clearer you are, the better it is for people to give you advice and guidance. Develop a business plan for your idea using the Enterprise Toronto business plan template. It's simple, it's effective, and it can help you make business decisions. And finally, and most importantly, get some advice. There's advice available out there. People can help you by giving you guidance, by giving you direction, and I encourage you to go and seek out this advice. Here are a couple of contact details of contacts at Enterprise Toronto. Give them a call, let them help you get your business up and running. Good luck.